Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope fights back against Steffi, Finn and Ridge debate. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and update for Wednesday, December 27th, reveal that Ridge Forrester will continue to fret over Eric Forrester's recovery and whether he'll be suitable to get back to normal. Ridge is thankful to John Finnegan for coming up with the treatment that saved Eric's life, but now he's wedged wondering if Eric really wanted to return. Since Eric flatlined in the recovery room, Ridge has been considering the idea that his father might like the other side more. Of course, Brooke Logan thinks the fact that Eric came back to them is evidence of where he wants to be. Indeed so, Ridge fears Eric's going to detest him if he can't eventually renew the full, satisfying life that he used to live. That's why Ridge will express concern to Finn on Wednesday's B&B occasion, so he'll point out that Eric isn't making important progress and wonder if that's a bad sign. Finn will do his stylish to offer consolation and contend that effects like this take time. It's unrealistic to anticipate Eric to bounce back overnight, so Ridge just has to be patient. Finn has been clear about Eric having a long road to recovery ahead, so he'll remind Ridge of that. Still, Finn will surely see some encouraging mileposts from Eric and will promise that he's pleased with the rate of recovery so far. At Forrester Creations, Steffi Forrester will anticipate an answer now that she's asked Hope Logan if she loves Thomas Forrester. Thomas could fluently pipe up that Hope doesn't have to answer that and scold Steffi for trying to stir up drama. Since Thomas feels confident that Hope loves him, he may contend she doesn't have to prove it with some big speech to Steffi. Nonetheless, Hope will have many effects to say to Steffi anyway. As Hope fights back against Steffi, it sounds like she'll defend her relationship and try to put Steffi in her place. Whether Hope confirms her love for Thomas or not, she'll know they're both right where they want to be. Steffi will have moping enterprises about Hope toying with Thomas, so she'll advise Hope not to mess with her family since she could shoot him back off the rails. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Steffi will sweat bad news for Thomas' internal state if this keeps up, so stick with us for updates on whether he can stay on the right path. Steffi eavesdrops on Thomas' trouble, Ridge's worst fear. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Tuesday, December 26th, reveals that Steffi Forrester thanked John Finnegan for chancing a way to save Eric Forrester, but he reminded her that Eric still had a long road ahead. Indeed so, Steffi was thankful to Finn for giving Eric an alternate chance. As Steffi reflected on everything she was feeling for Finn, she admitted she no way wanted to make love to someone more than she did right now. Since Finn and Steffi were in his office, they decided to save the lovemaking for their private time at home. Steffi also expressed concern for Thomas Forrester since he tends to internalize effects when he's spooked or stressed out, but she was glad Thomas had been suitable to lean on Hope Logan recently. That said, Steffi was still concerned since Thomas was head over heels, but Steffi didn't suppose Hope would ever repay that love. Finn suggested it was hard to condemn Hope for that considering Thomas' history, but Steffi felt like her family had come a long way. Now Steffi was bothered that Hope would be too cavalier with her passions and that it would boomerang on Thomas. Finn had to get back to work, but Steffi thanked him for being her little phenomenon worker first. Steffi didn't know what her family would ever do without Finn, so he assured her that she'd no way have to find out. In the design office at Forrester Creations, Hope comforted Thomas that Eric was fighting his way back to them and allowed. It was safe to breathe again. Thomas didn't know where he'd be without Hope's support and got another vim talk about Eric coming back to them better than ever. Latterly, Thomas told Hope that he loved her and said he could see how important she loved him and all the time they'd spent together and how near they'd come. That told Thomas everything he demanded to know, but Steffi overheard and grew upset. When Steffi entered and expressed her concern, Thomas claimed there was no need for it. Although Steffi appreciated the support Hope had given Thomas, she questioned what kind of love this was and wondered if it was really a good idea. Thomas reminded Steffi that he'd everything under control, but Steffi wasn't so sure. After Steffi said Thomas had been in love with Hope for a long time, she advised Hope not to lead him on or toy with his feelings. Steffi added that Hope should be honest and demanded to know whether Hope loved Thomas or not. In the main office on Tuesday's B&B occasion, Ridge bothered to Brooke Logan that perhaps Eric didn't want to be there, that perhaps he liked it on the other side after he flatlined. Ridge also stressed Eric would detest him for the decision to save him if his father didn't come back with the full capability to do everything he loved. Brooke assured Ridge that Eric would be thankful for this alternate chance, but Ridge flashed back to Eric after he first woke up and refocused out that he wasn't smiling. Brooke argued that Eric was conforming to the whole situation and felt that Eric breathing on his own was evidence that he wanted to come back to them. Ridge eventually thanked Brooke for being his gemstone and expressed his love before they participated a kiss. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Ridge will get further updates on Eric's recovery soon, so stay tuned for news on his sluggishly perfecting condition. Should Bold and the Beautiful Hope and Thomas have a baby in 2024? Vote now! By Sandra McIntyre on December 26, 2023. Facebook 1, Twitter 0, Pinterest Flipboard Total 1. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester have grown closer since Eric Forrester's illness came to light. Now that these two have confessed their love for each other, will they end up having a baby together? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester have a son. Hope and Thomas are in a married relationship and have one child together. Hope espoused Thomas' son Douglas Forrester times agone. Is it time for Hope and Thomas to have another child? Liam Spencer has formerly brought up the possibility and sounded affrighted by the prospect. How will the rest of the family feel? Should Bold and the Beautiful Hope and Thomas have a baby in 2024? Vote now! Eric has given Hope and Thomas his blessing on their relationship. Will Hope and Thomas consider having a child as a homage to Eric? Hope and Thomas aren't living together presently, but that's subject to change at any time. Should these two consider adding another child to their family, or is it too soon to take this step? B&B spoilers, Thomas Forrester's passions are deeper than Hope Logan's. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Thomas loves Hope and would love for them to add to their family. Still, Hope has admitted that she loves how Thomas makes her feel. Hope hasn't exactly said she's in love with Thomas. Thomas and Hope may want to have a child, but is the timing right? Is it fair to bring a child into the world when they've no idea where this is going? Will Hope and Thomas have a baby in 2024? A child is always a blessing, but is Hope truly over Liam? Hope isn't officially disassociated. Hope hasn't taken the time to suffer the end of her marriage, and she clearly isn't sure about her passions for Thomas. Will Thomas and Hope decide to stay a while before having another child? Hope and Thomas have plenitude of time to add to their family when they deal with other effects. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, should Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester stay? Maybe Hope and Thomas need to bandy this before Hope ends up getting pregnant. Hope didn't admit to Liam that she wasn't using protection, so that's over in the air. Still, it would be better to make a conscious decision before adding another child into the blend. Do Hope and Thomas indeed want another baby? Hope and Thomas need to consider what they want out of life and decide if they really want another child. Hope and Thomas don't need a surprise child to add further conflict to their lives. After all, most of their family is against this relationship. Should Hope and Thomas suppose about adding to the family before it's a reality? Do Hope and Thomas need a new baby at this time? What do you suppose? Should Hope and Thomas add to their family, or should they stay until their relationship is more stable? Should Hope and Thomas concentrate on their relationship and forget about further kiddies for now? Be sure to catch up on everything passing with B&B right now.